Hi everyone. Are you among those people who are applying for an interview for the first time? You are a college student or a housewife or a homemaker maybe who wants to apply for a job and start a career at a later age. And you're scared about what interview is all about and how it's going to go. So today's topic is for you. My name is Amit Sharma and I have around 10 years of experience in the area of PD, personality development and soft skills. Today's topic, we're going to cover what interview is all about, the kind of questions that might be there, the process of interview, and also we're going to talk about basic manners and behaviors that we need to have in an interview. Let's get started. So let's go ahead with the first topic, which is what is an interview. I'm sure the first thoughts that might come to your mind is interview is a very scary test in which they would test your skills, your knowledge is like an examination that would go. And this particular thought actually brings about a lot of nervousness in a lot of people. But if you look at it from a different perspective, what interview basically is, it's a conversation between two people. But the difference is, like you might have conversation between two people like two friends talking, but here there is a context, there is an objective, and the objective is the two different objectives for the two different people involved in an interview. If it's a group, it's a different thing altogether. So the two different people, the HR has this goal to check the candidate whether the candidate is appropriate for the post or for the position or for the profile or not. And for the candidate, also, the objective of an interview is to talk and understand whether this company or this particular profile is appropriate for me or not. So, if you look at interview from this perspective, that it's an everyday conversation, just to give you a small example, what is the first question that you think that they would ask in an interview? We will talk about questions in details a little later, but what is the first question that you think they would ask? And that question, probably most of you, what you have in your mind right now is, tell me something about yourself, isn't it? So, and if you look at it, look at this way. When you meet a friend for the first time, what is the first thing that you ask? What is your name? Where you're from? What do you do? What do you like to do? Who all are there at your home? Isn't this tell me something about yourself? So interview basically is just the fact that why are you scared of interview? The fear of an interview comes is because you haven't made it an everyday process. If it is in your everyday experience to give an interview, trust me, you would not get scared of interview. You might in fact like interview like a game. So let's get ahead with the next topic of what basically is an interview. I'm sure your first thoughts of an interview is very scary. It is a test, it's an examination which you have to give. It's like a do or die situation when you're applying, of course, for the first time or when you really need a job. It is in a way. But if it completely changes the perspective if you look at it from a different point of view. Interview is nothing but basically a conversation. It's a one-on-one conversation with a person. It is just like a conversation that you have with another person. Look at it this way. When you meet a friend for the first time, what is the first thing that you ask? You'll ask his name. And then you'll ask where is he from? And then you'll want to know him more. You'll ask who all are there in his family. What does he like or what does not like? So these are the things that you're going to ask. Don't you think these are the same thing an interviewer would ask you the very first time that you meet him? Tell me something about yourself. It is only scary because it is not there in your everyday experience. Since interviews is not there in your everyday experience, you're scared to do it. But trust me, if you give interviews, my tip to the students that I give is, for the first time especially, I tell them, go and give interviews with an intention to fail. First 5 interviews you have to fail. That is just a tip I give for the first timers. Go and give interviews. See where you are. But your target is not to pass that interview. Your target is to fail that interview. Give that interview, face it, face your fear. Since your target is to fail, so when you fail, it will not be scary. In fact, it will be funny for you. And you've achieved your target in a way. So go and give a lot of interviews is what I tell to my students.